My child, stop right now. You do not have hours. You do not have later. You have this moment, today. These few minutes left before your heart drifts again. I am not speaking to a crowd. I am speaking to you. I stopped you mid-scroll, mid-thought, because your soul asked for help before your mind could run. Listen. God sees what you hide. Archangel Michael stands guard over this moment. Nothing about this is accidental. You felt it, that quiet pull in your chest, that pause, that heaviness you never tell your mother about, that ache you carry for your sister, your loved one, the ones you protect while your own heart stays tired. I have heard the prayers you never said out loud, that I have seen the exhaustion you smile through, that I know how close you are to choosing numbness just to survive. That is why this is urgent. Not because you are in danger, but because what you ignore today shapes who you become tomorrow. If you skip this, things will not stay neutral. There is no neutral. You either wake up now or drift further away from yourself. You are not being judged. You are being held. You are not in trouble. You are being called back. Give me these few minutes. Let your heart breathe. Let God carry what you were never meant to carry alone. Do not scroll. Do not delay. This is the moment heaven leaned close to you. Stay. Do not let distraction steal this. You do not have hours, you have minutes, maybe only today. What you do next matters, not because everything will fall apart, but because this is the beginning of something meant to help you breathe again. God knows how tired you are, not just in your body, in your heart. You learned how to keep going while disconnected, how to scroll, stay busy, stay entertained because stillness feels too heavy. Stillness reminds you of what you carry for your mother, your sister, the people you love while no one sees your weight. But listen, I am in the stillness to steady you, not overwhelm you. Heaven is fully attentive right now. Archangel Michael stands guard over this moment because this moment is about direction. You do not need a dramatic sign. You need awareness. 1 minute of presence can change a day. A day can change a life. You were not created just to survive, to get through, to endure. You were created to be alive. This urgency is not danger, it is opportunity. Something good is trying to begin, and beginnings require attention. Seeds grow only when they are noticed, protected, given space. So stop. Let your shoulders drop. Let your breath slow. You do not need to fix anything today. You only need to listen. This interruption was intentional. Timing was rearranged. Other voices were blocked so you could be here, because love is personal. God is not angry with you. He is not disappointed. He is watching your heart and the weight you've been carrying alone. Give him these few minutes. Choose presence now, because direction is shaped in moments like this, and this moment is now. My child, if you ignore this today, you will keep moving in the same quiet patterns, telling yourself you'll slow down later. But later becomes weeks. Weeks become years. And one day you realize your life feels far from your own heart. I do not want that for you. God does not want that for you. You were meant to hear this now. Not tomorrow, not when things calm down, not after you've taken care of everyone else. Now. What happens next will not be loud or dramatic, but it will be real. Peace will begin to replace pressure. Clarity will soften confusion. Connection will return where numbness tried to settle. Give me these few minutes. 1 minute of true listening can open a door that has felt closed for a very long time. I interrupted you for a reason that I do not interrupt casually. When I stop you like this, it is because I see what you cannot see yet. The direction your heart was drifting, the weight you were about to carry alone, the quiet disconnection forming beneath your busy days. Archangel Michael stands watch over this moment. This was not sudden. It was mercy. You were about to drift again, not into something obviously harmful, but into the most dangerous distraction of all, the familiar kind. Another scroll, another task, another hour passing without awareness. These are the thieves that steal life gently, comfortably, silently. I saw you postponing yourself, postponing rest, postponing honesty, postponing the moment you finally stop and feel what has been building inside you. Hear this clearly. Divine interruption is not punishment, it is protection. Love interrupts. Love warns. Love steps in before silence costs too much. God is not angry with you. He is guarding your heart, because the greatest danger is not falling apart, but slowly falling asleep to your own life. Stay. Choose awareness today. What you do next matters. My child, I interrupted you because you were about to miss something necessary. Today, in these few minutes. Not later. Not when life slows down. Now, God saw the heaviness building in you, the tiredness turning into numbness, the quiet distance growing between your heart and your awareness. You were learning to live without checking in with your own soul, and heaven would not stay silent. There is mercy behind this urgency. Urgency does not always mean danger is coming. Sometimes it means help arrived at the last possible moment before damage became a habit. You are not avoiding God on purpose. You are tired. You are overwhelmed. You are surviving for your mother, for your sister, for the people you love, while your own heart keeps waiting. But survival mode slowly disconnects you from depth. And I will not let you live disconnected from yourself indefinitely. So I said stop. Not with accusation, but with care. Not with fear, but with clarity. Archangel Michael stands guard over this interruption because direction is shifting here. This is not a casual pause. This is not a random thought. This is a quiet moment that can permanently change the direction of your life. If you stay, you do not need to fix everything today. You need to notice yourself today. Awareness is the doorway. If you ignore this, another hour will pass. Another day will pass. And years can slip away gently, comfortably, without alarms, until life feels far from your own heart. I would rather interrupt you now than watch you wake up later wondering how you drifted so far. Because you matter. Your heart matters. What you are becoming matters. You were not created to live on autopilot. And this moment, these minutes left today are sacred. Stay. Healing cannot begin in distraction. Stay. These minutes left today matter. Let this settle in your heart. You were not stopped by accident. You were interrupted by love. My child, you have heard me before. Not like this. Not with this weight. But you have heard me. God has brushed his voice against your heart many times. Softly. Patiently. Never forcing. Whispers because whispers invite closeness. You felt it as pauses that made no sense, as unease when everything looked fine, as a quiet restlessness you couldn't explain. That was not anxiety. That was discernment awakening. There were moments you knew to stop, yet kept going. Moments you felt prompted to speak, but stayed silent. Moments you sensed change was needed, but told yourself not today. Later felt safer than obedience. Later felt easier than truth. Hear this now. God does not condemn you. Archangel Michael stands beside you as protection, not accusation. You were not rebellious. You were tired. You were surviving for your loved ones, for your family, while carrying fear in your own chest. Life grew louder. Distraction grew stronger. Numbness became familiar. That is why the whisper became a call. Not because you failed, but because love will raise its voice when silence would cost your life. You ignored some moments not because you didn't care, but because you were afraid of what listening might require. Change feels risky. Obedience feels heavy when the future is unclear. God knows this. He always did. Even when you listened halfway, even when you delayed, He never stopped speaking. That is mercy. And now, today, in these remaining minutes, He speaks again. Clearer, stronger, closer, not to shame you, but to heal you. Stay. Your heart is being called back. Now, before distraction hardens what is still soft. My child, the minutes left today are sacred. Listen. My voice is clearer now, firmer, more direct, because love adapts when conditions change. This is not rejection. This is mercy. God is still reaching because you still matter. I repeat myself because the door is not closed yet. I repeat myself because what could wait before cannot wait now. When something returns to your heart again and again, it is not coincidence. It is protection. When a thought won't leave you, when a discomfort stays unresolved, it is asking for attention. I did not repeat myself to annoy you. I repeated myself to guard you. Every time you postponed listening, I stayed near. I softened what could have harmed you. I protected you from things you never saw coming. But hear this clearly. There comes a moment when silence would cost too much. There comes a moment when love must speak plainly, even if it unsettles you. You are standing in that moment now, today, in these remaining hours. Archangel Michael stands watch as this clarity arrives. Not to accuse you, but to keep your heart open. If you heard me before, you can hear me now. You are not distant. You are not cut off. You are not unreachable. The fact that this feels familiar means relationship already exists. Do not let regret turn into shame. Let it become awareness. Shame dulls the heart. Awareness sharpens it. God is not asking you to relive the past. He is asking you to learn, to grow trust where fear once spoke loudest. Now I ask you, listen fully, not partially. Respond, don't postpone. Stay present, don't drift. Not because God will stop speaking, but because repeated delay slowly teaches the heart not to listen at all, and your heart was made to stay soft, alive, responsive. I am still calling because I still want you close. I am still speaking because there is still time. Today. This voice you hear now is not anger. It is clarity. It is love refusing to lose you to distraction. Stay. Let this call go deeper than the others. What you do in these moments right now will shape how clearly you hear God tomorrow. I am here. I am speaking, and I am waiting, not with judgment, but with hope. Healing is beginning now. My child, my love for you is settled. It does not waver today, tomorrow, or ever. What is at stake is not my love. What is at stake is alignment, your sensitivity. The quiet shaping of your future that happens now, in these remaining minutes and hours. Not through dramatic events, but through response or delay. Delay carries consequences, not as punishment, but as reality. When something meant to be addressed is postponed again and again, the heart slowly learns to carry unresolved weight. What once felt heavy becomes normal. What once stirred your spirit fades into background noise, and little by little, you stop noticing what your soul was trying to say. That is the danger, not collapse, but dulling. Hear me clearly. Delay does not make God leave you. It does not make him stop loving you. But it does affect how clearly you hear him, how freely you move, how much peace you feel in your heart. Ignored hunger weakens the body, not because food vanished, but because it was never taken. In the same way, clarity blurs when truth is delayed. Discernment weakens. Distraction replaces direction. There are doors open to you today connected to timing. Not every door closes loudly. Some close quietly, simply by no longer being accessible in the same way. Windows exist too, windows of courage, sensitivity, openness. When you keep saying later, something inside learns to stay guarded. Guarded hearts survive, but they do not thrive. And you were not created merely to survive. For your family, your mother, your sister, while your own heart stays closed. Archangel Michael stands watch over this moment because this is about protection, not pressure. God is awakening urgency without panic. Panic says everything will fall apart. Urgency says, this matters enough to be shaped gently now. What is at stake right now is your sensitivity to truth, your courage to pause, your willingness to stay present instead of numbing. These do not vanish suddenly, but they weaken when ignored, and restoring them later costs more than listening does now. So stay. Breathe. Choose awareness today. Healing is not loud. Alignment is quiet. And this moment, right now, is where it begins. My child, the doors opening and windows closing in your life rarely announce themselves. They do not arrive with drama. They shift quietly, inside you first. A willingness to listen. A choice to stop avoiding stillness. A decision to respond instead of postpone. These internal moments decide which paths stay open. If you ignore this today, nothing will explode. Life will go on, and that is why delay feels safe. But you will move forward carrying a little more weight, a little more numbness, a little less clarity. And over time, those small delays will ask you a painful question. Why does peace feel so far away? Not because of one big mistake, but because of many small postponements. God is not asking you to fix your life in these minutes. He is asking you to honor this moment. Let awareness land. Point 1. Choice to listen shifts direction. Urgency without panic feels steady. It feels like clarity settling, not pressure pushing. It says, you don't need to run, but you must stop drifting. What is at stake is not God's approval. You already have that. What is at stake is whether you keep moving unconsciously or whether you begin walking with intention. Awareness brings freedom. Unawareness repeats cycles. Archangel Michael stands guard because your heart is still responsive. Today, you can still feel this moment. You have not grown numb yet. That matters more than you know. Do not let fear rush you. Do not let comfort lull you back to sleep. Let urgency sharpen you gently. This is care, not pressure. This is love protecting the ease with which your future unfolds. I see how distraction entered your life quietly, disguised as relief. A scroll to rest your mind, noise to avoid silence, movement to escape what was building underneath. God sees it all, not with anger, but with understanding. Your days are full of noise. Even when your body rests, your mind keeps running. You reach for distraction without thinking, not because you love it, but because stillness has begun to feel uncomfortable. So stay. Breathe. These minutes today are where clarity returns. My child, stillness asked questions you weren't ready to answer, and that is why distraction felt safer. You did not choose it because you were careless. You chose it because you were tired, overwhelmed, carrying more than you admitted, even to yourself. God understands this. You reached for noise because it helped you breathe without touching the pain. Numbing felt easier than feeling. And hear me clearly, you are not condemned for that. But I need you to understand this now. In these remaining minutes today, constant distraction slowly dulls spiritual sensitivity. Not because your soul disappears, but because it is ignored. When your attention is always pulled outward, your inner awareness grows quiet. Prayer feels harder. Silence feels restless instead of peaceful. Your thoughts scatter. You feel disconnected even when surrounded by activity. This is not failure. It is training. Your attention has been trained away from depth. Distraction does not make you bad, it makes you numb. And numbness is dangerous not because it destroys suddenly, but because it steals awareness quietly. You stop noticing what you feel. You stop noticing what you need. You stop noticing when your heart is asking for care. I see how often you scroll not from interest, but from escape. Escaping quiet. Escaping emotion. Escaping the sense that something needs to change. You tell yourself it's harmless. Just a moment, just a break. But moments stack up. And soon, avoiding stillness feels normal. God is not angry with you. He is calling you back. Awareness is not condemnation. Awareness is compassion. It is seeing where you are without shaming yourself for being there. You are not being asked to abandon the world. You are being asked to stop running from yourself. When you reach for noise, automatically pause just for a minute and ask what you are avoiding. Stay present a little longer. Archangel Michael stands beside you now. Not forcing, not pressuring, but guarding this invitation. Stillness is not emptiness. It is space. Space for your breath to slow. Space for your thoughts to settle. Space to feel again without being overwhelmed. Stillness is where God speaks most clearly, not because his voice is weak, but because your heart is finally open enough to hear. Stay. These minutes today are holy, and healing is already beginning. My child, I have been speaking to you in nudges, in quiet discomfort, in the gentle sense that something more is available, but noise has been crowding it out. Come back with me now. Notice your breath. Notice your body. Notice what you feel without needing to fix it. You do not need to understand everything. You only need to stop running for a moment. Let stillness feel safe again. I am here in the quiet. I always have been. I am not waiting to accuse you. I am waiting to meet you. To remind you who you are beneath the noise. To restore sensitivity dulled by constant stimulation. To help you feel alive again, not overwhelmed. Distraction has kept you busy, but it has not kept you fulfilled. Stillness may feel strange at first. It is not wrong. It is healing. Sit with me. Let the noise fade. Let awareness return gently. You do not need to escape anymore. You are safe here. Hear this clearly, my child, without fear twisting it, without old wounds interpreting it wrongly. This is not a threat. It is love. Urgency does not always mean danger. Sometimes urgency means care refuses to stay silent. Sometimes it means love is close enough to interrupt. Fear shouts to control. Love speaks to protect. I am speaking from love. I know urgency can make your body tense. You have felt pressure, punishment, loss. You have known voices that demanded performance, systems that used fear, people who tried to control. So when you hear me speak firmly, part of you braces. But this is not condemnation. Let fear go. I am not here to threaten. I am here to guard you. Fear pushes. Love invites. Fear creates panic. Love creates clarity. What I speak carries weight, but it carries care, attention, protection. I warn because I love. Not to frighten, but because I see what you cannot yet see. And I refuse to stay silent while you drift toward unnecessary pain. Silence now would not be kindness. It would be neglect. I am not distant. I am present. I speak when speaking is needed. Throughout time, God has always warned those he loves. Not to scare, not to shame, but to save and protect. Stay with me. These minutes today are holy. Healing begins here.